A tough spot. I mean, 8 points yielded off turnovers this quarter already.
That one good for 2. Morant's got the lead up to 10 now for the Grizzlies.
The contact can't trip Morant up. He just glides past it and into his shot. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Here's Clark. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
His first foul.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Drives to the hoop. And finished off by Morant.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Outside Irving. Just 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
John Morant.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Grizzlies.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Down low. And that one's good. Drummond.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
Here's Morant. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Outside Irving. Back to Drummond. Stolen by Jackson. Morant with it. Guarded now by Irving.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Here's Claxton. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Now, how about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
And finished off by Morant.
The helper.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And as we end the third quarter, a double. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Memphis leading by 16. Back to Morant. Pass to Jackson. Six on the shot clock. Now here's Williams. Another shot. No good on that one. Durant with some nice D. Back to Mills. Latrey. And the rejection by Jackson. Inside. Memphis moving it around. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for
Morant outside.
Seth Curry.
It's sent back down by Simmons. And he recovers it. 2 on the clock. They get it back. Morant's got space. Pass to Concha. Over to the left wing. Morant with it. Guarded now by Durant. Williams. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pass to Simmons. Curry is inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
His first foul.
It goes on Brandon Clark.
Can't be too aggressive when guarding Seth Curry because he's good at attacking and drawing fouls.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
You know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
And that one's good. Morant.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Morant. And he drives in.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Jackson.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
For your Nets.
And you have to respect Jaren Jackson's toughness. This kid has had some early injury struggles, but he always returns to the floor determined to pick up right where he left off.
And that one's good. Morant.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Outside, Simmons. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. KD on the wing. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And they double up Morant. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Grizzlies now. Curry with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Simmons on the wing. Back to Curry. From outside the arc. Pass to Griffin. And he slams it down right on top of Brandon Clark.
You know, Ben Simmons can make spectacular passes, but he doesn't need to be flashy. He's all about helping his teammates get easy baskets. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Here's Curry. Outside for Simmons. To the paint. It's stolen. Here's Clark. Into the lane. And it's Clark with the finish.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Back to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. On the wing, Irving. Pass to Durant. And they pick up 2.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
Team second. At the line.
And when it comes to handling the rock, Irving is second to none.
Greg, could not agree with you more. He is special in the highest form of special. Great ball handling skills, finishing ability with both hands. I don't know if I've seen a better finisher under 6'3" in the history of the league. You might have somebody in mind, but nobody's been better than Kyrie Irving at finishing and getting it done with his handles and skills.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, what a nice ball fake there. Hard not to bite on that one. I mean, you have to be aggressive if you want to challenge KD's shot, and then he's got you right where he wants you.
He's off on the first. Clark as good a scorer as ever. Durant just needs to stay healthy, right? Just to break all kinds of records.
I agree with that, Kevin. He is as lethal a scorer as we've seen. I mean, when you just talk about putting the ball in the basket, he's in the top 10 all time for my money.
And late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Timeout called the Nets. They trailed by 20. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. KD looking around. Pass to Irving. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And it's good on the way in.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
And stolen by Simmons.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Grizzlies.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was
for Ja Morant.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
To the middle. Here's Simmons. Here's Morant. And it's KD with the rebound. Outside, Simmons. Finished off the break.
What? This is what Irving can do now. He'll leak out and then make the right read in transition.
.41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, and it's KD with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
YeeRellYG's. That's his third personal, fourth team foul. At the line.
The first free throw is good.
And you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, he's more established and playing with more confidence now.
And Clark has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They led the game at one point by 20. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Back to Thomas. And Dragic has it in the corner. Right side Curry. Here's the drive. It's tipped. And they get it back. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks.